is sick or diseased.
Yeah.
So he believes in trying to save everybody, man. I wanted to say this too. The scriptures talk about how that the elder is going to serve the younger. So how are we supposed to love and care about someone who's eventually going to serve us in slavery? That don't make any sense.
Who gonna pity the charmer, man?
Considering that's okay.
Who gonna pity the charmer? Because while you trying to love the white man all you want, he's still gonna bite you at the end of the day anyway. So I tell you, you can try to charm him and go on the news and say, God hates the white man, but we don't hate him. The white man gonna fuck you in the end. He really fucked you now with those fiat dollars he gave you, man, to speak like that, man. Okay, so we see through you, and the Lord put the eye salve on our eyes to see through that persuasive speech, man, you putting on, man. Okay? Because you even submit to his court system going in there and putting on that sham, man. That's a joke. We know we got a freedom of speech. They don't come and try to reprimand us and tell us to go to court. We tell the white man he's the devil every time we come out here. But you all of a sudden get a summons to go to court because you so-called bringing all that fire out on the people. You ain't bringing no fire out. That's all a sham to try to downplay how the real prophets of the Lord are bringing the word out, man. And it's touching these nations. The Lord is moving more because we keep coming out here and doing the work, man. The Most High, he hears us, man. He hearing our complaint. And we just doing our role. Okay? Each day, we keep coming out here, we keep pushing the truth, and the Most High got to perform. Alright? The Most High, his ears are not heavy and he can't hear, and his arms are not short and he can't deliver us, man. This is all, we just playing a part. You playing your part, Yohana, all you other false prophets, and we're playing our part. Okay, to rightly divide the word, and don't hold nothing back, and don't have no guile on our lips, man. No deceit.
Real quick. 2nd Ezra 16 verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle. In those days and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Yeah, they're not arming our people. He's not arming our people. Well, he never was. Okay. Actually, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Teach the gospel for pretense, pretend. And make a market off of our people, make merchandise out of us. And so, if he had a chance, he got a big enough deal, he'd have dolls of himself too. Just like Kofi did. It's all a game. We don't want no dolls of ourselves. We ain't out here we ain't nobody, man. We out to do the Lord's work as servants of the Lord, proclaim the gospel, and hopefully be delivered, man, with fear and trembling. Okay?
Yes.
It says, 2nd Ezra 16 to 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
And we like pilgrims too. We don't have no rest. We have no certain dwelling place. We're not looking for the gain rest here either. We want the Lord to come back yesterday, like the elders say, and we all say. We want this kingdom to been went down. We know that the Lord is long suffering, and the Lord has his agenda, and we're waiting according to how the Bible speaks of it. We just gotta wait. We gotta suffer too. And that's part of this. That's another thing. Part of this truth is suffering, man. We suffer our children. We suffer these people we among, man. We suffer with our women. We suffer with our parents. If you're still involved in your parents' life. Okay, so that's another thing about Christ is suffering. Yohana, when you tell the white man you don't hate him, that means you're trying to get out of the suffering. Because he sure do hate you, and he showed you he hates us all through history. You think by you telling the newscast that you don't hate him, that's going to make this hell a little light on you. But the Lord will come down harder on you now, since you just lie, man. Okay? You're a liar. And all liars going to have their part in the lake of fire, man. Okay?
It's 2 Peter 2 and 1. But there were false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you.
Fraud. you're a fraud, man. That's what false means, fake, man. Pretend, not real. You're not being real with yourself. You're not being real with the Lord's flock. You're calling yourself a so-called general. Okay? General. But that's what you was doing on the news, speaking in general. Trying to be, like they say, ambiguous, like the elders part of it. Be as ambiguous as possible, man. Okay, not hitting the mark, not being certain and direct. You had your time. So now really basically your time is really up. Like it's no more people gotta prove that Johanna is fake, man. That was the end all be all right here. That he don't hate white people, but God hates white people. That's the biggest enemy of the Lord. When the Lord returns back, he gonna destroy Edom, man. We gotta take Edom out the way to be hit for his kingdom to be set up. Okay, so that's a major obstacle. But you're telling our people that we don't have to hate him, we can love him, but let God hate him. Right? So that's contradicting.
It says, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies.
That's a damnable heresy. It's so easy too. And who privily, meaning, I believe privily means like secretly, or privately. So he privately snuck that in there. The Lord watching everything. Everything we do, we on the stage, man. So you gotta watch all your moves, man. The Lord exposed you, man.
If I may say something real quick, the scriptures talk about how the Lord eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Ain't no camera better than that. It's everything's 10 times brighter. The Lord looking at your soul, man. He's looking at your spirit. Yeah. The scripture says that the word of God is quick and powerful. It's sharper than any two-edged sword, cutting in the sunder through the inward parts, man. So the Lord will put the spirit on his true prophets, they're going to expose you. Okay, because you don't want the Lord to speak to your ass. Okay, well, he's speaking through you through us, man. He's speaking to you through us. Okay? The Lord we don't hate Edomites, but God hates Edomites, man. He's a suspect, man. That's offensive, man. The gospel. All that blowhard talk on the streets all day long. So many years you've been in the truth, you're talking about 30 years. But in 2013, all of a sudden you're gonna change up the doctrine like that. You already relaxed on the microchip. I mean, you'd say that's not the mark of the beast. But eventually, we know once the Lord starts making that mandated for people to get it, then you're gonna start saying it's the mark of the beast. That's part of it. But we already been proclaiming that because we understand the scriptures and we can see it. Okay, our elders broke it down to its purpose. All right, but now not to hate the white man that's gonna put microchips in us, man. But we don't even agree with that part. Like, okay,
Come and bring rap and come people together.
yeah. You go on with that if you want.
It says, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them.
Yeah. So your whole labor is damnable, man. You're not even laboring. You just set up really just to gain Israelites that the Lord don't want, man. Okay, because the true Israelites among you, the ones that they elect, they're gonna come out of that. They're gonna be delivered regardless. But you set up to gain the revenant Israelites, the ones that want to party, have a good time, and it's not set up to suffer for the Lord's word, man. So you trying to make it easy for everybody, man. Okay? It's just a big ass show, man.
It says, even denying the Lord that brought them and bring them upon themselves swift destruction.
Yep, bring upon them swift. So the Lord gonna destroy you swiftly, man. Okay, a swift destruction. It's gonna be a swift arrow up in your heart, man. A swift bullet in your head. The Lord might kill you during a martial law. He might destroy you with a heart attack. Okay? He might destroy you with famine. Okay, or he might just hold you along for the missiles, man. Since you love white people, the Lord will allow you to burn with it. Yeah, or leave it at Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, Elder Barakar. Okay? Any of the elders, even us, let us get on your ass. Okay? We don't hate white people. skin turn on you, but you don't hate white people. Okay? You need to have an Emmett Till shirt on that one. These are he's. Yeah, that just proves you're comfortable. You're comfortable with the white man ruling over you. Comfortable with the so-called white man ruling and giving you gifts. As long as you get to live on a high horse and all of us suffering, and we suffering for the gospel's sake, okay? And you get to get pleasurized and go trips here and there. We know you be taking trips. So, and you get to get passports out of the country. All right, and you get to indulge in all the, you get to indulge in women, okay? And probably white women, since you love the white man so much that you complain about us. GMS is so-called dealing with white women, but you love this man. You love the white man. We don't hate white people. God hates white people.
All right, so if you don't hate him, you must love him then.
Yeah, he loves him. You don't hate him, you love him. That's what he means.
Yeah.
He's saying God hates him, but we don't hate him. He coming with that God so loved the world crap, man. But you don't even understand the scriptures.
Even Howard Shaw gave us ultimate. He would love the one who hate the other.
Yeah, the one who hate the other.
Gotta choose.
No man can serve two masters. No family, bro. No family. You can take pictures of the sign, not of us.
It says, verse 2, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Yeah, pernicious meaning destructive ways, man. Deteriorating ways. All right? Declining ways. If you follow in the so-called Yohana, you follow in the ways of death, man. The scripture said, the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall in the ditch. All right, so you follow his rhetoric. That's why he gets worse and worse. The scripture said he's gonna wax worse and worse. All right, because last year his slogan was, you could pop your woman in the anus, all right, or in her behind, okay, not using the rightful organ, which is the vagina. He said you could do her in the behind, man. Now this year is, we don't hate white people, God hates white people. So he waxing worse and worse, man. And none of these other groups like the elders bring out get on these guys, but they come after us because that proves that we got the truth. Okay? And we hate it of all men, including the false prophets, which we hate you too, because you're false. Now there you can give me Jeremiah 23, go to the prophets that ran, say they coming in the name of the Lord, and they not sent by me.
Verse 3, and through covetousness, so they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time languoreth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Slumbereth not, making merchandise. They want to gather in 50,000 Israelites at one time and meet at the park and just show the world, see, we all together and brother, but the Lord ain't looking for that kind of atmosphere, man. The Lord will gather us, one out of a city, one out of a family, two from a city, man. That's the ratio of the Lord and throughout the whole earth. But you want to gather all these 50,000 Israelites so they can pay you tribute so you can be rich and living it up. You know what I'm saying? We know what you're trying to do, man. Make merchandise out of the Israelites. Okay? The false ones, they gonna pay you and you're not even feeding them. You're feeding them lies. Okay? And that's another indicator of a false prophet when they can't show their eyes. Okay? You ever seen our elders out? If you wear glasses, just wear glasses. You ain't got your glasses shaded when the people can't see your eyes to see if you're sincere or not. Okay? So that's another thing. Yohana know them, they preach with sunglasses. Either they drunk and high. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just putting that what you call it, suspicion out there, man. I'm suspect of that guy. Okay? Why you ain't showing your eyes? Really, you ain't showing your eyes because they're full of darkness. I'm gonna say what the scripture said. Because you saying that you can love the white man is full of darkness. People of the world, Wesley Snipes and all them dudes, that's Hollywood. They wear them dark ass shades, sunglasses, because they don't want you to see their soul. Okay, and see all the guilt and the conscience that they can't live with that guilty conscience.